a magnificent day today. Many optimization, like deep tuning things, which are not immediately evident their effectiveness, but I've saved so much time down the road. I know it. A lot of great stuff done, and today the every week I think I have new evidence of how great my tracking system is, because for example today I've set new records on getting out from bed to running, and from running to the cold shower, which I don't know, sounds not so impressive, I guess. But the point is that whatever is tracked is improved. And I am gradually starting to track all the important variables in my life. So they all are going to get gradually improved, which is, I mean, this is insanely good. Which you could just do that, and that you can just track it. You, you improve the things which you track. That's it. Like I've been looking at the numbers that have been averaging and guessing, and kind of gotten me to trying to uh, speedrun them, I guess. I don't know. And I like to see the numbers go down in this case. So there we are. I think I went from uh, running to shower in like 2 minutes flat, which prompted me to need to refactor the whole system, because it wasn't meant to track seconds, but now it is. So there we are. I guess that's really a thing. Um, and then I guess from waking up to I have no idea how to prove it. There's still a bit of improvement how from like waking up to running, and so. But obviously, it is like not the only stuff I'm tracking. I'm tracking many more things. The difficult, I guess, to some extent thing is to track a reasonable amount of things, so I'm not overwhelmed and put off from filling all of it, because if it's not filled, there is no usefulness to it. I've kind of structured it in a way so that not all the fields must be filled every single time. Like they default to nulls. Hate nulls, but well, they default to nulls, and just ignored when analyzed afterwards. So it's not a big deal if they're not inputted. But the day without all the data is still saved. So I can have days where I don't know, feeling lazy for some reason, and I just save the EV only. EV again, I have kind of system to try to correlate all of my actions against the eventual productiveness of the day. Not how I feel about it, not how if I had fun or not or whatever, or if I feel I have worked enough. No, only the productiveness, right? I'm trying to measure the productiveness of the day and only this, and then I'm tracking backwards all my actions, how they correlate to this, because I now have I now have a lot of data with this, a bit messy backwards because I still haven't implemented good transition system. I guess I need to update the implement some like adequate database instead of my hand roll, but whatever. Maybe I can just figure this out, whatever. Um, it's kind of not. It's a weird spot. I'm in between of pluses and minuses of both. It doesn't matter. I have enough data to just now correlate my actions to the mensual productions of the day, and know exact values of how much things give and how much an hour spent doing something is worth exactly in comparison to all the other actions that can be taken at the same moment. How great is that? Because look, when you kind of reasoning about things, if you take time in the beginning of the day or in the end of the day and you plan everything out, you are able to spend a lot of resources on it. Like you think in a higher level, you consider things, and you're able to get a somewhat reasonable representation of values of actions. But when you're in it, your brain, your system, does not give you enough resources to give a to make a expensive calculation, because historically, in the desert, you do not have that energy to make the calculation. The brain is very, very hungry. Okay, it takes a lot of calories. So by default, humans do not spend much calories on calculation, and we do just the simplest default route. Okay, and so during the action, your decisions are based on intuition, not on calculation, most of the time. Unless you force yourself to think high level, they're based on intuition. Especially so when you don't have like not it's the same for all, but especially it is dangerous for young people like myself who have less experience, and so the intuition is worse, and it's such an incredible thing to be able to just have an exact number value for everything I'm doing. So whatever the intuition in the moment, I can just fact check the uh, return on an action, and especially that helps with actions which are like low return, because I think one of the most dangerous addictions that I had and still have to some degree is educational YouTube videos, because you cannot cut it off completely. There are a lot of incredibly valuable content. There are MIT courses which I'm watching. There is the guy that does Rust with incredibly difficult to pronounce name. What was it? John Jenksat. Jenksat. Yeah, if you do Rust and if you don't know of him, search him up. This is just the best content on coding ever. He just does like 4 hour streams where he just does the incredibly high level code. Uh, do it. This is insanely good content. Anyways, and I cannot cut out the YouTube fully. There's also like Huberman, some other research, which is incredibly important, right? But there are some semi-important things, I guess, which are better than nothing, but so much worse than other things that I could be spending time doing. And in the moment, intuitive decision, the brain is very bad at comprehending tails. So if you have something that will give you 10 units of value or something that will give you 100 units of value, if you do not have the ability to do math, your brain will not be really able to just kind of perceive the values of both and make a speedy decision towards 100. It will be, maybe this one a bit more than the other. Yeah, it's kind of a bit larger, but it's the brain is very bad at perceiving tails. Very, very bad at perceiving tails. To prove it to yourself, and not try to think how much you would pay to save a bird from uh, dying in, I don't know, whatever, from some climate or environment, how they call it, from pollution, whatever. How much you're willing to pay all of your money to save one bird? And now, how much are you willing to pay to save 10,000 birds, right? If you multiply the number that you just gave by 10,000, you're probably gonna arrive to the number that you wouldn't have gotten with if I asked about 10,000 first. That's just how human brain works. The tails are incredibly undervalued. So, especially in such cases with where both things are of value, the having exact values is incredibly powerful. So, yeah, do that. Do that. This is extremely good, extremely important. By the way, talking about Dolly, did you know you can hire him? Like, he's working in some university, and he's technically up for hire, which is honestly crazy. Like, what the fuck are HR people doing? What the fuck are HR people doing? Like, this is insane, honestly, because this is not a 10x programmer. This is like 20, 30x programmer. Uh, and the fact that he's currently having like a salary, I'm not sure how much, but 120 probably. This is crazy. This is insane. This is insane. I guess new dream hired Italy. If he's still available by that time. But honestly, it's apparently so easy to find a good talent if you know where to look. Because mostly it's kind of given to HR people, right? Not the It's crazy how many people, business people, CEOs are doing what they want to be doing instead of what they must be doing, and instead of building a team, having like hard conversations with employees, managing employees, try to do something they're good at, right, and leave everything as is. And so many delegations of hiring to HR. HR normally does not know how to hire. People who are specialized as HR, they're thinking about employees, and the business goes like third or fourth thought. And almost always their hiring decisions are going to be subpar. And considering how important it is, this is honestly crazy how many how much power they hold and how poorly they use it. Anyways, hiring is not easy, but there are so many untapped places of just pure potential, and so many metrics which you can just measure, literally measure metrics for the position you're hiring in, and that is so much more efficient and so much just higher return than any interviewing you could do. Like, why on earth? I guess well, second line of thought. I just cannot believe how much emphasis is spent on interviews. No, I mean, I can't believe, but this is completely irrational. Because human mind is not meant to make judgments, quantitative judgments about utility of someone for a new type of some abstract work. Most of your impressions is going to go from how the person behaves and is able to interact with you just from the interaction level. And you hire not the people who are great, but people who do good and do the, I don't know, weird standard interview questions, announcements, uh, if it's coding liquid stuff or whatever. It has very little correlation with how good you're at coding. No, it has some correlation. It has sufficient correlation for it to be adopted at large companies where they can just go at scale, and it's good enough. And then for them, the people who take time to prepare and get good at this, they probably deserve to get through. Although the level, honestly, it's so low. Like you can get up to a level of sufficient for a Google interview in like 300 hours. This is crazy. This is crazy. 300 hours and you can work at Google. This is very low. The bar is so low right now. This is insane. And then there's like people. This job market is not so good. 300 hours, you're accepted to Google or some corporation of equal standing, whatever, because the questions are stupid easy. Um, but if you need real talent, and if you're a small company who is able to do that, there are so many untapped sources of potential if you just look at metrics which are not so broadly sought after, which are not widely recognized. Like, you probably don't want to have yourself React devs because they just fit into existing frameworks, and they're valued above fairly. And honestly, they're quite shit on average, but uh, even disregarding this, they are already recognized. This is metric is recognized and fairly valid. If you need undervalued, if you, like the whole point of business is to just pay less when you get, and with exceptional people, there's a bit different. Like there's like cumulative effect, but disregarding that for now, you want to normally pay less than what you get, and then if you get to extreme, you can also get great people for reasonable value. But again, like Ditoni, who's you can hire Ditoni if you have a business. If you need a hire of a programmer, you have Ditoni. You can hire Ditoni. This is insane. Like, if you don't know who Ditoni is, he's a god of programming. There is Carmack. Everybody knows Carmack, and then Ditoni is at like at the same level as Carmack practically. He built half of Rust ecosystem. Um, and you can hire him. You can hire him, and there are more people like this. There are more people like this. There are people in T-compiler who make like 60K per year, like Rust compiler, or there are people on LLVM who probably also like some percentage of them are incredibly undervalued. And this is only like for coding jobs. There are definitely equivalents in any other market which you can imagine. And about stats, for example, the typing speed. It has a correlation to how good a programmer is. And you can have one additional metric that you're tracking, nobody else is. And so you can get additional points of material with only needing to increase reach, but you don't need to increase time that you spend on each person, and then you do not compete with anybody else. This is untapped additional value add. For example, when we're talking with coders, and not only coders, actually, today most jobs done from PC, so actually typing good is gonna make person better at any job today. And nobody is looking at this. Nobody is looking at it. Like, if you honestly, okay, the first off-topic thing I'm doing, but the typing market is insanely undervalued. Insanely undervalued, because there are like typing competitions with people who are doing like 270 BPM per minute, whatever, and the prizes are like $1,000, or I think the highest that ever was on typing competition like 10,000. I'm not sure about that, but normally like $1,000, $2,000. We're talking world competitions of typing. This is insane. Because this is the real world skill. I mean, yeah, you can have like someone who's great at football. Will he be good at computer job? No. The desk job? No, he will not be. But if you have someone who's typing 200 words per minute, he can type faster than he can think. I mean, at some point, yeah, it's kind of decreasing the quality, but anything, any photo he has immediately appears on the screen. This is telepathy. You can hire people with telepathy. And nobody is paying anything for that. This is insane. I mean, there's so much of that potential. I actually had, talking about great hires. No, it's somewhere down there. Anyways, the Moneyball book, amazing book called Moneyball, which talks about like strategies and stories for fighting, specifically in the game of baseball. Very easy to read, but incredibly instructional. So do spend time, read it if you're anywhere new to this topic. Anyways, that was enough for today. See you tomorrow.